disconcerting how I discombat the mold. I've always been the only, every classroom, every home. Kiss of chocolate on the moon, collard greens and silver spoon. Little boxes on the hillside, little boxes, they can stick onto me. My weaponry is my energy. I tenderly feel my enemies with white light. You will never know everything, everything. I will never know everything, everything. You will never know everything, everything. And you don't know me, so you up the creek. You will never know everything, everything. I will never know everything, everything. You will never know everything, everything. And you don't know me, couldn't possibly. Oh, 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 some of us are brave, dare you to shrink my way. I'm on a new plane, I'm all out of stuff to give. Yay, fear ain't a way to live. Yeah, it must be disconcerting how I discombobulate the mold. I've always been the only. You're so unoriginal. Your words don't leave scars. Believe me, I've heard them all. I may be small, I may speak soft, but you can see the change in the water. Oh, 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 don't know me, so you up the creek. You will never know everything, everything. I will never know everything, everything. You will never know everything, everything. And you don't know me, couldn't possibly. Ooh, na 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 na. Said you don't know me. No, you don't know me. And you don't know me, couldn't possibly.
I am so perfect, so divine, so ethereal, so surreal. I cannot be comprehended except by my permission. I mean, I can fly like a bird in the sky.
You might wanna hold my comb when you find out what I'm made of. You might wanna follow me and copy all of my mistakes. I'm so nice, so nice. You cannot smile when I smile, and I cry. It's just the rain so I can grow. Any minute now you'll get the message. Any minute, money, pick a app description. I'm impressive. You can check my job for reference. Moon, sun, kiss, rev, and blessed. Come on, listen to a quick confession. Water is oil, me to your regression. I protect it. Joy set a braid on me. My mother's age for me. No can take that energy away from me. I've been up in this since grandmama was a baby. Praise me, I be on my Giovanni, tea and honey. Tell it like I see it, speak it so I be it. My ancestors watch me, fairy tale walking, black Goldilocks. Yeah, my nap's just right. You got questions, I know that's right. There must be a reason why. Yeah, there must be a reason. not your queen. Hotep better step from up around me. I am not your rib, I'm not your Eve. Any minute now you'll get the message. Any minute, money, pick a app description. I'm impressive. You can check my chat for reference. Sunk is rare and blessed. Don't wanna listen to a quick confession. Water is oil, me to your regression. I'm protected. Joy set a plate on me. Mama message for me. No can take that energy away from me. I've been up in this since grandmama was a baby. Praise me, I be on my Giovanni, tea and honey. Tell it like I see it. Speak it so I be it. My ancestors watch me. Fairy tale walking. Black Goldilocks, yeah, my nap's just right. You got questions, I know that's right. There must be a reason why. Yeah, there must be a reason. There must be a reason why. There must be a reason. I'm so deep, can't comprehend. I tell you, you cannot, better not. I mean, I could fly. I am so perfect and I'm so divine. Can't comprehend unless I tell you how. You cannot catch me, so better not try. I mean, I could fly. I am so perfect and I'm so divine. Can't comprehend unless I tell you how. Myself, hung my smile on a shelf, hit my teeth when I laugh. Now I'm far too grown for your bluff, for your calm. Will you rule for me, or will you leave? I don't wanna compromise. Till we make it through the night. I'm trying to see eye to eye, but you look right over me. Your words stuck on repeat, and I'm tired of you. How many times do I sit and listen to you? I don't know why I keep sitting listening to you. How many times do I sit and listen to you? I don't know why I keep sitting listening to you. I don't know why I let you do the things I put up with. Can't tell you how many times I wish this wasn't it. It's not that I'm bored, I just heard it before. The space you take up, the curve of your learning, that's my labor, my love, explaining myself again. I could've run a mile instead, I could've twist my ends instead. I'm laid out in bed, gaslight in my head. I said what I said, don't wanna compromise. Can we make it through the night? I'm trying to see eye to eye, but you look right over me. Your words stuck on repeat, and I'm tired. want someone to share it with. Eartha Kitt. Who gonna share my love for me with me? Who gonna share my love for me with me? Who gonna share my love for me with me? Who gonna share my love for me with me? Who gonna share? Who gonna share? Who gonna share? Who gonna share? They wanna see me angry. They wanna see me bare my teeth, yeah. I'm a stovetop baby. I smile in your face, but the oven's on high. Don't get burned. I told you that I'm anti. I'm reclusive, I sleuth it. I already know what you're thinking about me. Are you mad? Yes, I'm mad. What make you mad? I don't even know. You should tell me so. You done it. Are you mad? Yes, I'm mad. What make you mad? I can't recall. I plead the fifth. Writings on the wall. After all, these teeth are not employed. You can't police my joy, no. After all, my smile is not employed. You can't police my joy, no. They wanna see me angry. They wanna see me bare my teeth, yeah. I'm a stovetop baby. I smile in your face, but the oven's on high. Don't get burned. I told you that I'm anti. I'm reclusive, I sleuth it. I already know what you're thinking about me. Are you mad? Yes, I'm mad. What make you mad? I don't even know. You should tell me so. You done it. Are you mad? Yes, I'm mad. What make you mad? I can't recall. I plead the fifth. Writings on the wall.
Can't police mine, can't tell me when to release mine. What you looked into and then find. Brought up the same news the last time I was in hiding. That was just private, that was their diary. Why you entitled, why you prying? Say I'm too quiet. Watch how they gon' flip it, that's not how I meant it, but that's how they write. I'ma hear about it in the written column. If they gon' misquote me, what's the point of talking? It is not promotion, only nonsense and it's not important. Not headlining, I was unimportant. I didn't talk about it, I don't talk about it, but that's how I like that. I don't go outside so much they don't invite me interviewing. Now there's no need for the spine.
Are you mad?
Yes, I'm mad. Yes, I'm black. No, I don't elaborate. I said, oh yeah, I have to say no. You ain't got the answers. Wait, no human is an accolade. Want me dreadlocked and tatted. That's the story they'll gravitate. Stove top day one where I don't got. Devil's advocate, I saw them play both sides. That's the line that they'll cross for exposure. Recluse, reluctant, touche most times.
After all, these teeth are not employed. You can't police my joy, no. me to be. They're trying to provoke me, this is hereditary, but pressurizing in me. Some days I'm almost carefree, some days I wish I could be. So many women in me, you beggars can't be choosy. It's like they want me to be. They're trying to provoke me, this is hereditary, but pressurizing in me. Some days I'm almost carefree, some days I wish I could be. So many women in me, you beggars can't be choosy. It's like they want me to be. They're trying to provoke me, this is hereditary, but pressurizing in me. Some days I'm almost carefree, some days I wish I could be. So many women in me, you beggars can't be choosy.
This morning becomes eclectic. My name is Travis Holcombe, here with Jamila Woods.
Thank you.
On Legacy, each track is named after an artist of color, from Miles Davis to Frida Kahlo to James Baldwin. You performed 4 songs for us today. I was wondering if you could just talk about sort of how did the concept come about for Legacy and naming it for each of those artists?
Yeah, so it was really organic the way it came about. The first song that I wrote was Giovanni, and that was just kind of like after Heaven, my first album, just trying to write, and I give myself prompts when I feel stuck. And I love the poem Ego Trippin' by Nikki Giovanni, and I was like, I want to just do a cover of this poem, but as a song, like in my own voice. So it's basically this poem bragging about how amazing she is. She wrote it to kind of affirm Black women. And so I wrote that, and then I had another friend kind of ask if I could do like a cover of his poem about muddy waters as a song. And after I did that, I was like, I like this little pattern. And I was like, let me just do a little EP, like songs about people, songs named after people. And then as I kept going with it, it really became this kind of like almost spiritual journey of like whose essences did I want to channel that were going to help me in my current path, like the things I needed to embody in my life right now. Like you mentioned Miles Davis, like I was wanting to feel more like in power and control and have kind of some of that energy. And so that's kind of how I was guided to the different people who I named songs after, because really, again, like they're not really supposed to be biographical songs so much as, self-portraits of myself, songs about myself, and kind of channeling the energies of each of those people.
One of the songs that you performed today was EARTHA, named after Eartha Kitt. Can you talk a little bit about her influence on you?
Yeah, I think a lot of people have seen the clip of her like being interviewed out in this like flower garden, and she's talking about love. The interviewer is asking her, he's kind of obnoxiously asking her these questions like, don't you want to get married? Like, where's your husband at? And she's just basically saying the quote that I said, like, I don't have to give up any part of myself or compromise for a partnership. I want the partnership to be feeding the love that I already have for myself. And I saw that, and it really just spoke to me and like the kind of stuff I was going through at the time in terms of relationships and love and thinking about what I wanted. And that song came pretty organically. That was one of the ones that was kind of just like flowing. Yeah.
What about the final track of the set, Basquiat?
Mm-hmm. That one, there's this very kind of obscure clip. I did a lot of YouTube digging. This was a lot of my process, was just watching interviews of people who I love. And there's this interviewer, again, kind of obnoxious, who's just kind of like, do you ever get angry? Like, what kind of absurd question is that? Of course, everyone has emotions, but he was like, yeah. And the interviewer was like, what makes you angry? And then Basquiat just kind of like pauses and has this like really kind of like sly like look on his face, and then like it's like 40-second pause, and he's like, I don't remember. And it just kind of feels like he's messing with him a little bit. And I liked it. I read into it as like an act of resistance against like the ways that a lot of times Black artists, especially like in those times, and even now to an extent too, is like trying to resist being put into this box or being like shrunk in any way. And so I wrote that kind of related to that as an introvert, as someone who's often like, oh, you're so quiet. Like, oh, I bet you never get mad, like just kind of like wanting to express that part of my emotions, because that's totally valid too. Because I think for Black women especially, it's like, oh, the angry Black woman is this stereotype. It's very negative. And so wanting to kind of claim anger as like it's warranted, it's valid.
And in addition to being a songwriter, I remember reading when your first album, Heaven, came out that you were the associate artistic director at Young Chicago Authors, which is a literary after-school program.
Yeah, it's kind of everything. It's like in schools, after schools. They put on the largest youth poetry festival. It's happening right now, called Louder Than a Bomb in Chicago.
And you still work with that organization?
I do. I don't still have that position. I had to kind of step back, but I do still do regular stuff with them. And it's really where also I started performing at this weekly open mic that they have called Wordplay. And that was the first time I would be singing and doing my poems. And it's like really supportive environment for artists.
Cool. Well, I also want to say, coming back to Legacy, the track that I keep on coming back to is, I play a lot of dance music on my show in particular, but Betty for Boogie is my absolute favorite track off the Legacy album. And it's also a lot different than the rest of the album sonically, I think. Can you talk a little bit about the influence of house music, especially, I guess, on that track, but just as growing up in Chicago?
Yeah, definitely. I wanted to, the song Betty, named after Betty Davis, is what opens the album. And I kind of I wanted to do another version of it just to kind of make the album feel like it was full circle. And the producer, Slot A, asked him to do a house remix because Heaven is very, like, you can hear it and hear a lot of Chicago through it very overtly. And I still wanted to have, like, this element of, showing where I come from, Chicago, but more musically, I guess. So I didn't even know about house music as a young person. Or I would hear it, but I didn't know the full history of it until I got a bit older. And there was this house dance teacher named Boogie McLaren in Chicago who is amazing. And like, she'll teach you dance, but as you're learning dance, she's telling you about how, marginalized queer people of color had to pay for the right to move their body a certain way. Like it comes with a lot of history and a lot of people carving out the space for themselves to move. And so that's why it's Betty for Boogie. People might think, oh, it's for dancing, which it is, but it's named after Boogie McLaren too.
That's interesting. I didn't realize that. I mean, just in closing, as somebody who's been a published author, can you tell the audience about maybe some under the radar author or some book that we should be reading? I know that I'm putting you on the spot because you could probably name hundreds, but like
so many.
First one that comes to mind.
Well, thinking about legacy, like there's one of my good friends, Dinez Smith, just put out their book of poems called Homie, which is all about friendship and like the meaning of friends. And it was kind of, a lot of it is about a friend of theirs who had passed away. So I love that collection. It's a beautiful book of poems. And then my other one is Magical Negro by Morgan Parker. It's another book of poems, and it's all about the concept of like the magical Negro being like the black character in a lot of old films that just pops up and like helps the white people do their thing, but she's flipping that concept and thinking like, who are her magical Negroes? Like, who are the black people who have kind of inspired her and helped her along the way? So that feels akin to legacy in a lot of ways to me. And there's poems like inspired by Diana Ross and Zora Neale Hurston and a lot of people. So
thank you so much for joining us today, and best of luck on everything going forward.
Thanks so much.